Hello and welcome everybody. This is going to be the first official. There was already one unofficial, but this is the first official Shadow Walking one shot game that we'll see how this goes because this is new and exciting territory, or just new territory, depending upon how you want to look at it. Um, I got four of the people that showed up to give this a shot, and I guess we'll just go left to right real quick, give a quick introduction so people know other people's voices, that kind of thing, and we'll see where this takes us. I like to do left to right because I am lazy.
Also because it's the correct way to read.
That's regional based.
Well, you can tell from my dulcet tones, Brass and Michael, that I am like Grift. I'll be playing Wax Power Train today. I am into Shadowrun because it's wicked fucking cool, and because it encourages sort of a sideways problem solving, cool plans, uh, fun scenarios. Sometimes just really balls to the wall, bizarre action. Really, there's just a limitless amount of possibilities from what I've seen of it so far. And I'm excited to be playing a rigger today. That's a new one for me. Never done anything like that, so get ready for me to be lost in some roles here.
Alright, I'm Mode, playing Brass. Been into Shadowrun pretty much since the Genesis game, and it's the appeal of cyber criminals doing cyber crime in the cyber future that really draws me in. A lot of the typical fantasy tropes that generally apply kind of intermixed with the gritty darkness of the far future, in which there is only leather.
And Chrome.
Yeah, Chrome, definitely.
Leather and chrome. Yeah, playing typical role for what I play, gunslinger type. Basically, live hard, die hard.
Alright, and I'm Michael, and I'll be playing Beardock. I got into Shadowrun from the Super Nintendo was my start, and the PC games, and then I'm like, well, I want to get into the actual pen and paper content, because I play a lot of role-playing games, so I want to expand that. I'm going to be playing Beardock, and he's a shaman, summoner, spellcaster, and he'll be acting as sort of the phase two, because I don't know how the other guys are their charisma skills are, but I'll have to cover for them. I'll have to cover for them.
Okay, Andreas, I'm sorry for my accent and everything because this is my second language.
Apologize for nothing. We're Americans, but we're not boors.
It's more languages that I know how to speak. You may have let off the push to talk.
Just a minute, just the computer. So I'm playing now so-called Street Samurai, but not the. So sorry, just a minute. I had to disable something.
In that case, I'll go. I am Bamce. I love Shadowrun because it is incredibly versatile. There are so many different stories and such that you can play through. D&D and those kind of things typically only have the good guy campaign and the bad guy campaign, and the bad guy campaign falls apart after about 3 sessions because everybody turns into, I want to be a raving asshole, but that's not really about what being a bad guy is, right? The Legion of Doom gets together to kill Superman, not to try and screw each other over. Meanwhile, in Shadowrun, there are so many different shades of gray, which I really hate using that phrase now that there's a terrible book out based on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no, that
Thanks for ruining language for us.
exactly. It was a perfectly good phrase, and now it's gone. It's dead to us.
Washed away with so much Twilight fanfiction.
I mean, that's the question, right? Is Shades of Grey a better love story than Twilight?
No, they're the same. 50 Shades was started as Twilight fanfic, and then they just scrubbed out the names. True story.
I feel a little uneasy that you know that much about 50 Shades of Grey and Twilight fanfiction.
Oh yeah. You've discovered my terrible secret, Bamce.
I didn't discover it. Discover it means I went looking for it. You were just like, hey, I love terrible Twilight fanfiction and 50 Shades of Grey.
I prepared
know-
my doctorate thesis on Twilight fanfiction.
I tell you, in 20 years, when kids these days go to like graduate from doctorate area things,
Nailed it in one, Bamce. Good job.
um,
Doctorate on Naruto.
I mean, there are people out there that kind of already are at that point because, like, you guys ever watch Death Battle?
Not familiar.
So Death Battle is a pseudo-scientific whose character would beat up whose character thing. The most
Like
recent,
Deadliest Warrior.
the most recent one was Naruto versus the guy from Bleach, and they kind of like go through all their comics and list out some of their feats, and then they were like, oh, in this episode Naruto blew a hole in the moon that was this size, and then they apply math to find out how many like megatons of TNT that would take.
Seriously? Is this a TV show?
It's a YouTube thing.
Oh man, this is,
Of course.
someone made a YouTube channel of Goku versus Superman.
That's one of
just what
them.
we're talking about. Well, yeah, it's the classic. That's Patient Zero is Goku versus Superman.
The next one is going to be Batman Beyond versus Spider-Man 2099.
Oh, baby.
Interesting.
I'm super excited about that one actually because I know.
Yeah, I know. I would actually be curious about that.
Remind me, I'll send you. It's really just Death Battle on YouTube, and who would win between the Megazord and Voltron?
Was it Voltron?
It was Voltron.
Of course.
Of course it is.
So then they were right. Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I could totally see these people have made a career and they have like animators and stuff do this YouTube show that is the opposite end of anime fan fiction.
Rigorous academic study right there.
Yeah, and it's got all kinds of math to it. I don't know anything about math because I didn't do math in high school. So
Applied anime physics.
yeah, and it's like this all checks out by somebody who doesn't know what you're talking about. So sure.
Well, did you ever watch Deadliest Warrior back when it was on like Spike TV or something?
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah.
That show was so stupid. It was a great guilty pleasure though, and I always felt embarrassed for when they had like a EMT or whatever the guy was, and like, yeah, you got a real trauma wound here from where the spear went in the guy's face. And I'm like, oh, man,
There's a spear in his face.
that's definitely a kill shot.
Yeah.
You don't say, Dr. Obvious.
Man, I don't know how we got off on that, but it was great. It was a good little journey.
Andres, are you back yet?
Nope.
Apparently
He's
not.
got a little. Oh wait, he's
Yes.
unmuted. Hey, welcome back.
Just few turkeys.
Just fear talkies.
Few turkeys. The Windows 8 key filtering shortcut
Oh,
script thingy.
yeah. No, I hate that thing. If one thing Windows 10 did, it was get rid of that. I think. I don't know, but
That, and then, spy on everyone.
I mean that was happening anyway. Like, I feel kind of lucky that no matter what, when the NSA comes down to me and like, why are you talking about blowing up bombs and assassinating important figures? I'm like, look, I have this whole YouTube channel. There's a game. There's thousands of hours of stuff here. Like, I'm not actually trying to kill anybody. I'm way too lazy for that.
What if it's hiding in plain sight, Bamps? What if this is all just codes and you're sending signals to one of us?
Now you're top of the list for the people that I'm going to throw under the bus.
New Age Lake City quiet pills. It was all just a clever ruse.
He's
Exactly.
always very quiet in the back, just listening to this DM talk about stuff.
Clearly, it's all a very clever ploy and such. But yeah, does anybody have any questions before we kick things off?
I'm sure I probably have a question, but I don't know what it is right now, and I won't remember until it's too late.
That's fine. It's never too late for questions. But as we kind of talked, or as I kind of wrote up in one of my posts, you guys all have the same fixer because it's a lot easier for teams to get together that way, and it doesn't force your players to spend valuable character generation resources on a
Something we all need anyway.
yeah on what is a basic game requirement. It also allows you to not tell them how good they are at anything, because you guys may know that you all share the same fixture, but you don't know anything about his stats or stuff like that, as opposed to at
You
least
don't know his connection rating?
or his loyalty. Dun dun dun. But that's always the kind of thing you can get through to as the game progresses. You can maybe do runs that help him out and push him up there, or really help him out as on a friend level and boost his pseudo loyalty. But you guys have a meeting set up for tonight at about 8:30. There is a little well, it's a little bar down in downtown. It's called the Matchsticks, and you have a meeting there with a Mrs. Johnson. About
Wax arrives about 15 minutes late, as is his style. Are we just jumping into the meeting?
unless you guys want to do anything beforehand, if you guys have any questions you want to ask beforehand, we can just come straight into the meeting to get things rolling, or that is the time when you guys have to be there. If you have other things you wish to do, let me know.
Yeah, that's. I think I'm just gonna have Bear Doc give Brass a drink because his car got dented the last run, so he's kind of feeling bad about that.
Yeah, that was pretty bad, actually.
Banged up my baby.
I know your poor baby. I mean, we used that thing to travel around. We had our Technomancer in the backs. It was hard work.
I still got a pillow back there for him.
And as usual, I arrive at least a quarter hour before the actual meeting.
Sure. So the first thing you're going to notice is that there's a pretty good crowd outside. Seems there's some kind of performance going on, and while it's nobody like super famous or anything along those lines, it is enough that there's a little bit of a line formed outside with a couple of guys and like not quite suits, but definitely look a little bit nicer, button-up shirts, that kind of thing outside, just patting people down and keeping the hoodlums out.
Oh, the hoodlums.
hmm It is in like downtown, so it's in a nicer area, but at the
Sweating
same time,
profusely. Maybe I might want to stop off and pick up some clothes that don't look like I just came off of sleeping on a park bench.
You got 4,000 from the last run. Pick up some nicer clothes.
I get something, maybe hit up a laundromat and actually wash my clothes.
No way, it's cheaper just to buy new ones.
What I know about the club, is it usual that metal detectors and the gate?
I mean, it's not unusual when you have a small event going on to have like what amounts to a little bit of an extra bouncer or something like that. It is a bar, so bouncers are not uncommon.
Is the place we're going to kind of a nicer joint or kind of a low class sort of place?
It's a little bit above like a middle class place. It has a bit of a theme. It's an actual place.
Okay, I guess I'll just go in my regular clothing then, my trench coat and all that.
It is a private jazz nightclub bar located near the Space Needle.
Mm-hmm. So definitely a little bit more upscale than what Brass is used to. Generally doesn't go downtown because the amount of face tattoos generally cause people to look at him as if he doesn't belong, which is true.
I mean, it depends. It could be really swanky. Like a swanky tattoo.
really fancy face tattoos.
Swanky face tattoo of an archery target on his jaw that says "punch here." Yes.
I mean, maybe you want to go stop by the corner pharmacy, get a little foundation, a little cover up, put a little makeup on.
Disguise kit and cover up my embarrassing facial tattoos.
Like I said, Wax will pull up 15 minutes late. I'll be blasting. I mean, there's this really years out racing car, just sort of like a low-level base racing car. Think of something from one of the early Fast and Furious movies. I'm blasting out really lame electro power noise music. At least I think that's what it's called. And as I get out, I'm sort of like narrating what I'm doing to 3 drones that are just sort of like circling around me.
And we'll get to you when we get past the meeting starting, because you wanted to show up late.
15 minutes late, like I said.
Yep. Those of you who are intending to show up on time or are showing up early, there's not a whole lot of hassle between getting in line, getting your stuff checked. It's still kind of early, so it's not like, sorry, maximum occupancy, can't have people in kind of thing. Are you trying to bring any weapons in?
Nope.
Okay.
For a public thing, going downtown, Grass probably would at least pack his taser just in case shit started going sideways.
Okay. Are you intending to try and sneak it past the bodyguards, or would you surrender it when they ask?
He's not. He wouldn't be hiding it. He would just kind of be like obviously wearing it. Like, hey, look, it's a security thing.
Yeah. The security guys will ask you to hand it over, and they'll hand you a little chip with a number on it to get it back at the end.
All right. Yeah, I'd surrender it without much of an issue.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough at man fights to give them trouble over it right now.
No, and you don't want to get thrown out of the place before you even found out what the job is.
Yes. Getting thrown out afterwards, perfectly acceptable.
Around the same, but I just got non-lethal rounds.
Sure. They would
And I'm surrendering it to the guy, to the bouncers.
Cool. Oh my god, little kitten.
Yeah.
She says hello.
Hello.
So inside, it's got a nice dark, not like can't see, but that, like restaurant low lighting going on inside. The place is kind of filled with some smoke. There are some very old-timey looking uniforms and costumes and just general decor going on inside. It's kind of like that late 20th century jazz club feel inside, or at least if you slap a little bit of neon over top of it. And you guys have a meeting somewhere in here with a Mrs. Johnson. What would you, what's the plan of action?
Do we have a picture?
Locate bar. Spend thousands of new yen on alcohol.
The good news is the bar is very easy to locate. It is large and kind of the centerpiece of the room.
Excellent. That would be stop number 1.
And
Yep.
no, you do not have a picture of a Mrs. Johnson. Believe it or not, having easily, like, this is the person that wants to hire you for crime, kind of defeats the purpose a little bit.
So yeah, I'm gonna come up to the bar and meet Brass there, and I'm gonna just be like, so does anyone know Mrs. Johnson or something? Said she was gonna meet me here. I think I'm gonna get lucky or something. As he kind of just plays it off cool.
You'll notice that the bartender that was serving you guys is going to look down the corner, and you'll see him catch eyes with another one of the bartenders, and he'll stop what he's doing, turn around, and walk down the opposite end of the bar as the one that he looked to kind of comes down, straightens his uniform a little bit. Sorry, could you say that name one more time?
Mrs. Johnson. Wouldn't you know her?
Yeah, there's a private table reserved for a Mrs. Johnson and a party of, I believe it is 5 in total.
He is, well, I have my buddy here, and another person around here is supposed to be here, and, well, I'm missing someone else, but that's the 2 of us at least.
He'll point towards the back section of the room. There's a little elevated area that's got a couple of tables set up on it. They're not set up,
Hey.
but they're tables up there. And you can see kind of in the murky darkness up there a singular red like cigarette cherry that glows brighter.
He says, well, thank you so much. You've been very helpful. All right, are you going to finish that drink or and then go over there? He's asking.
This drink or 2 or 3.
We could probably bring it with us. I don't think she'll mind.
Oh yeah.
So
I get a go.
yeah, however many you're going to carry, he can carry a few if you need to carry more.
Let's give you a tray.
Just give you a tray and I'll walk over there. This is for him. This is not for me.
He's the one with the problem.
He's the one with the problem. I'm just, yeah, I'm helping.
I had arrived early. Is there any place next to the bar?
Yeah, you could be pretty much anywhere in here if you want.
Okay, I order a drink, which I will not drink it, and do a big tip.
The bartender will linger around for a little bit. You could probably see the exchange going on the other side of the bar with these guys as they have a serving tray that they've convinced this bartender to give them and are trying to arrange glasses on it. And one of the waitresses has come up from the other side of the bar and is trying to assist them because as a waitress she does this kind of thing all the time.
Appreciate the help. It's not easy stacking 47 glasses by yourself.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Only
Don't
got
worry.
a minor problem.
When he's actually really good at this, okay?
What's your lifestyle?
As soon as I remember which tab it is again.
Street gear.
Yes, low.
Okay. So you're gonna be stuck spending like 400 yen on drinks if you want 47 drinks.
Not actually getting 47, but he's definitely getting a few. He's gonna be like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna stick around for about 10 drinks, so
Okay.
put them here on this platter.
Sure. And Hawk, you see this display.
Yeah, okay. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I was
keeps
thinking.
sticking. Okay, so I saw this altercation. I tried to wave the bartender and ask him about it. What was the fuss?
He'll come down and it's like, I don't know. They're here for some Johnson party or whatever. And for some reason they want to take a giant tray of drinks up to the table up there. I don't know. They paid for them, so they can do whatever they want with them.
Oh, that's great. Where do they went?
Yeah, he'll kind of point his head in the direction of the table in the back.
Okay, I will pay him 5 more drinks without drinking it.
Sure. You just gonna like pay for them, and then when he goes to make them, just kind of get up and walk away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was hoping everyone got a tray of drinks to bring into the meeting.
No, I don't give.
Hawk sees that, he's like, we all need to do that, obviously. This is clearly how the Johnson wants it.
That's how things work.
Exactly. Alright, so by that time we organized the less drinks and then we walked our way over.
The waitress did offer to carry it for you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You will notice that as she takes the tray from you, she does rearrange several of the drinks.
Oh, you're better at that than I am.
Yeah, well, lots of practice. So I'll follow you.
Yep, heading over there, following the waitress, carrying my platter of drinks, grinning like an idiot.
Sure. So you guys come up to the table. It's a small round table with nice. You guys have all seen that corner booth in restaurants where it's a little bit larger than average and has the bench that goes all the way around. She is sitting in the back corner of it. She's wearing what looks like one of those long black dresses. She has elbow length gloves on and a cigarette on one of those nice, 6 to 8 inch long sticks in her mouth that she is slowly taking drags from with some very nice hair and makeup.
Oh no, I feel underdressed for a place like this.
Yeah. So Bear Doc's gonna go in and then kind of give a little bow and be like, "I am one of the people you're looking for, and you must be Mrs. Johnson. Then it's a pleasure." As he holds out his hand.
Your response is basically going to be a deep pull on the cigarette, causing the cherry to burn nice and bright. And she blows out the smoke and nods down to the table. You were almost late.
Sorry, we had some trouble with the arrangement, but we're here.
She looks towards the tray of drinks. I see that, and she'll tap out a little bit of her cigarette.
Hey, got to make the most of a place like this. I don't get downtown very often.
Can't imagine why.
Probably the being poor.
Yes, well, we will see what we can do to fix that problem.
I like the way that sounds.
Absolutely, that sounds good.
She'll give a quick look around the table to see what she sees, and please, whom does she see?
Well, she sees Bear Doc, who's an elf. He's wearing a trench coat, pants, shirt. His hair's black, but he combs it nicely. And he has brown eyes, and he's comfortably sitting down and grabbing the tray and putting it on whatever table that's nearby. Away from the employer there.
The waitress pops up one of those tray stands and leaves it next to the table.
Oh, that works too.
Nice. That's how you know you're in a classy establishment that Brass absolutely does not belong in. Yeah, sticking out like a sore thumb would be Brass, looking street chic in his I just slept on a bench. Basically wearing a t-shirt underneath a sleeveless bubble vest, jeans, ratty-looking boots, hair in one long braid running from his forehead across the top of his head down to about mid-back, sides shaved down, tattoos on his neck, one on his jaw, and all over his hands and arms.
I will wait until they're seated, then go to the table, and just there. Okay, I'm Hudson. Sorry, parking here is a bitch.
Sir, what does Hudson look like?
Okay, he's kind of a muscular guy, blonde, and in between in the 30s, brown eyes, and not flawless, but very good skin and very white. With not street, not usual street wear, but a bit more expensive. But you still see that it's It's not the high couture, so it's not too expensive.
She'll take you guys all in, give a look around. I do believe I asked for a 4. Taps out her cigarette. No matter. I hope that you are the gentleman that I need to acquire a small, well, a sizable package from a place. It's a moderately public place, but an incredibly busy one. Does this sound like something that's within your talents?
Absolutely. Acquire things, move things. We can do any of those types of jobs.
Smashing and or grabbing, also acceptable.
She'll raise a small eyebrow at the smashing and or grabbing. Well, hopefully we can be a little bit more civilized. After all, you wouldn't want the law on your tails.
Oh yeah, don't worry about brass. We can be quiet if we need to.
I'm just the last ditch option. If everything else fails,
Well, let us hope that nothing goes towards failure. The package in question, she takes another drag on her cigarette. It's about 6.5 feet long by 2 feet tall by 3 feet wide. I have the tracking number and I know the location, but I am not the intended recipient.
all right. So where are we bringing it?
Once you have it in hand, I will expect a communication, and then I will give you an address to drop it off within an hour or 2 of there.
All right. What was the dimensions of this again?
Are you asking her, or are you asking me?
Kind of simultaneously both, because this guy is kind of busy in his drinks at the same time.
Sure. 6.5 feet long, 2 feet tall, 3 feet wide.
Some interesting dimensions on that.
'Tis a box. And her fingers will get a little white as she tightens up on her cigarette. I don't know what those things are called.
How is the weight?
About 500 pounds, I would imagine.
That sure is some box.
The box doesn't interest me, it's the contents. And she'll take a very long pull on her cigarette.
Now, about those contents, though, would that be above our place to ask?
Most definitely.
Good to know.
Oh.
She'll unplug the cigarette from the end of her stalk that has kind of burned down and replace it with another one. Continue smoking.
So if I may ask, what is our time period to acquire the package and return it to you?
Well, it has been shuffled around from warehouse and depot and storage facility as if they don't actually wish to deliver the package itself to whoever they have on there that it's supposed to go to. So, until they move it again, it's been in the warehouse that it is in currently for a day or so. I had someone give me the information most recently, and that leads me to you. I presume it would be there for 5, maybe 6 days, but the sooner it is back in my hands, the better.
After that.
So who exactly has their hands on this at the current time?
And at that, we smash cut to outside, where somebody is pulling up in a very obnoxious car.
Super loud music, real obnoxiously. I get out and I whistle to my car as the dog brain takes over, and I tell him to go park. And I turn towards 3 small cameras that are following me around, sort of like hovering mini drones. And I say, like, "What's up, y'all? Wax Powertrain here on a meet with a Mr. Johnson. Coming in, looks like we're going into a pretty hot place, like Matchstick. Won't you follow me inside? We're gonna get to do some cool business." And I saunter my way inside.
You are stopped with a firm palm upon your chest. Sir?
Whoa, bro! Whoa! Whoa! What you doing?
Sir, I'm going to need you to check those.
Check what? What are you talking about? My doodads here?
He points in the air towards your drones.
Oh, fine. All right. Boys, and I whistle to them. And I have them head off back towards the car to reconvene with them. All right. I see how it is, bro.
You got any weapons on you, bro?
Nah. Wax doesn't roll that way. You want to check me? And I like tap my chest and hold out my arms in a cruciform.
The even larger bouncer comes over and begins to vigorously pat you down.
Oh, so it's gonna be like that, yeah?
Sir, it's just standard security procedures.
That's right. Wax is too much trouble. He's too hot for this place.
And what does Wax look like as he's being manhandled?
Wax Powertrain is wearing a sort of Kelly green polo shirt with an armored vest sort of bulkily poking out underneath it. And he's got faded jeans, frosted tip hair sort of done up in a wave. He's an elf, but he's not a very good looking elf. And he has, I think like maybe my cyber ears are probably like fully chromed looking elf ears. I hadn't even thought about how those might look, but that is like one of my only obvious augmentations, aside from like maybe a visible like port on my neck where my control rig would jack in. He's got green eyes. He's got a cocksure attitude, and everyone pretty much loves him wherever he goes. Obviously, I mean, can't you all tell?
I don't think those last two parts made up.
No, you'll warm up. You'll warm up. And this is me saying this to the bouncers. You'll warm up, bro.
They'll kind of poke at your chest where you have the armored vest on.
Can't be too careful, right? It's a dangerous world.
Plus, it says warm, you know?
He'll shrug to the other guy. He's got nothing.
That's what you think, bro. I'm gonna be something.
He will look down to you, even though you didn't say how tall you are.
I'm not very tall.
Perfect. And they'll give you a quick, like, hitch the thumb to just go inside. Clearly, they have either warmed up to you or gotten sick of dealing with you.
That's right. Everyone warms up to Wax. And I head on inside, pretty confident that, it's gonna go here. We gotta get to the meeting, make some money. I figure I don't need to ask around. Is the booth obvious from just looking inside the club?
Maybe if you rolled a perception test, I would have an answer for that.
Oh, yeah. Let's see how good Wax is at this. I'm that good at it.
Nah, it's a little dark in here, and
Man, this music sucks.
man, such a harsh person. You do notice that there is a small band is setting up to actually play some like live music, but right now it's still the piped in stuff. And I like to think about it in the sixth world where you can set it to your table area because everything is in AR. So Wax like walks in, says this music sucks, even though he's not listening to any of the music here.
He would say that. Yeah, I turn on my sound filter and I sort of get my own cyber ears going with my own mixes. I'm like a bit of a part-time musician too, and I sort of like walk around looking for places.
Sure.
Maybe I finally get to the bar and be like, "What's up? Where's the meat at?"
Those of you at the meet, if you want to roll perception real quick, we'll see if either of you guys spots this guy.
I'm probably talking very loudly, making sure everyone knows that Wax is in the club.
Less of a club, more of a bar, but sure. I'm sure that doesn't make any difference to him.
Not the slightest.
Yeah, I'm going to make a perception.
Sure. And while you guys are making those rolls, I am very player oriented. Where if you guys want to make a thing happen, or you have questions about a thing, we can just roll dice. I'm not gonna. The guys gonna be like, "Hey, I need you guys all to roll perception so I can describe the room to you," because everybody's gonna see the room as a whole, and then the more observant people are going to notice more specific details or can ask more clarifying questions. But we'll see where that takes us.
All right, so I got one hit. Why don't you tell me about the vibe here? What's it feel like?
I have 2 hits to listen to a loudmouth.
Did you work with him before, or no? Because we only had the.
No.
I was the GM before.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So yeah, no, there's somebody who's being loud and slightly obnoxious. Well, you probably do. You think he's obnoxious, or do you think? What is your initial impression of Mr. Power Drain?
Oh,
This guy
wow.
seems my kind of thing.
Preston, this guy's cool as fuck.
Yeah, Bear Doc is thinking in his mind going, I know you can have like etiquette, but how annoying and loud do you need to be? Shut the fuck up, guy. It's like it's gotta have a little bit lower than that.
So yeah, you guys are all able to notice this kind of going on. Brass, you will also notice that 2 of the security guys who are inside the place that are kind of not really interacting, but they're just kind of like how bouncers are always around. You'll notice that one of them like kind of shoulder taps the other guy and is pointing at Powertrain, and kind of the other one's like, yeah. So they're keeping an eye on him.
I'm trying to get the bartender's attention. Yo.
He will finish with his customer and come down to. What can I get you?
Yo, dog. I need some Jaeger. Okay. Why don't you line up 2 shots for me? All right. Right.
I'm sorry, somewhat.
Jaeger. Y'all got Jägermeister, right? I want it chilled out of the box. You know.
Sure. And he'll go take a couple steps down the bar and come back with 2 little shot glasses, a dark brown liquid.
One for luck. And then I do a sort of elaborate ritual of like knocking on the table and pounding out a beat. And then I say a small prayer to myself as I down the second. Then I gaze around appreciatively. Be like, yeah, what's up now?
Okay,
Now we're getting started.
So Brass notices, right? Like he really knows, like that's might be our guy. Like he heard something.
I have announced loudly, like, I'm here for the meat. Yeah.
Okay, so if Brass shared this with me, do you share it with me? Like you heard and you know.
Like, I would point at this guy and be like, I think this might be the 4th.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over there, and Bear Doc is going to be like, get in his face and like, this way. Now.
Oh, what's up, dude?
It was hi, you're late.
I am? Oh, shit. My bad. My B, dude. My B. All right. Yeah. Let's go.
I like to work with the crew. Let's go. Come on. So he brings him over and has him sit down and be like, all right, this is the other guy.
What's up, y'all? Wax. I can drive. I can talk. I can drive. I got
We've
drums.
noticed you could talk.
Yeah, y'all.
I know you can see.
Really nice to meet you. I'm Wax. Do you like intelligent, powerful noise rock? I make matches up. Maybe you're interested in a mixtape once we're done here? Yeah? No?
Sure, I'll
Okay,
be into that.
sit down.
If you need me to shut him up, I can. You know, you can always try.
What did I miss, guys? Yeah.
All right, we're looking for a package. So he describes it exactly how she did.
And she just sits there and watches you guys talk about this because, it's a good way to make sure that what you were asking for was understood and heard.
I'm glad Wax could be of service.
Thinking to herself, God, what did I hire?
Has no money has exchanged hands yet. Still time for her to back out.
All right, yeah. Got a box. It's a pretty big box. It's cool, though. We can get that, yeah.
All right. So now that everyone's here, let's talk about compensation.
That's right. Gotta get paid. Most def.
She'll look around the table real quick, just to not real quick, but eyes linger on each of you, kind of evaluating your worth. Takes her cigarette, puts it in the ashtray.
Oh, we could smoke in here? Righteous. I pull out an e-cigarette.
She shoots you in the face.
I'm blowing thick clouds.
You mind if I vape? No? Okay.
I do. Damn it! You didn't give me the chance. Yeah, she'll just pause for a moment, let the air kind of hang there, and 32,000 new yen.
This must be a very important package, so I guess we should probably write on it fragile.
I am sure that the necessary markings are already on it.
It just kind of takes a moment to be like, okay, well, it kind of looks at everyone going, I don't know what this is, but it's certainly important. Any more questions?
You guys do, not necessarily do, but you can easily set up like a direct neural interface, like a conference call with your comlink so that you guys can brain text message each other like super quick. So
Speed of thought, boyos.
So if you guys want to have a quick...
Yeah, before that, though, I'm going to ask the question I asked before that I don't think I got an answer on, is who's currently got hands on the package? Like, what kind of situation is it in?
That's right, I dramatically smash cut it away from that question. It's currently at the Tacoma docks.
All right. Any kind of word on who might have it and what kind of... who are we basically looking to take this away from?
I'm not sure of the actual owners, but I do have an address and a tracking number.
All right, so it's just a shipping corporation that hasn't turned over the package.
She seems to be... give me like a judge intentions or a perception or something along those lines, and we'll see what you can get out of her at this moment. Oh, there's that beep. So 3 hits on judge attention. She has been like a icy, cool, like femme fatale kind of thing. But as you're kind of asking these questions, to which you get the feeling she doesn't have the direct answers to. Like, she doesn't know who owns that building. She just knows which building it is in and how it's labeled, and that she wants it. But it's starting to... cracks are starting to show.
Yeah, it's starting to hit the limit of what information she has access to.
What she has access to, or kind of like her uncertainties are kind of creeping in, because before this she was like, oh, I'm gonna hire these guys and they're gonna get me my thing.
Now probably thinking, oh God, what have I done? This was a mistake. Look at this guy. When was the last time he bathed? Was it this year?
When was the last time we had acid rain that would have cleaned him?
Come on, Brass. You got a low lifestyle. You're not a street man, though.
Yeah, no.
I can give you some all natural shaman, oil for your body, clean it off.
Yo, Brass, I got this body spray. Shit smells good, man. Wax smells great, by the way. And by great, I mean probably terrible.
They smell like a bottle of cologne.
Yeah, just choking on it, really.
All right, so we're gonna have this little private meeting for all of us.
All right, as soon as you ping me on the DNI, I'm like, yeah, that sounds dope, man. 32 G's. What's that? What's that like? What's that like? 10 each? 8. No, it's 8, right? It's 8.
But yeah,
Cool.
I mean, for snatching a package, it's kind of a big sum. I'm not going to argue with that.
I don't know, man. This lady seems like real serious about it. Like maybe we can get a little more, yeah?
Well, yes. I was thinking about that. You said it ships from place to place, so obviously she couldn't find it herself. So there's definitely a little pull here, but I wouldn't try too much, otherwise she might say no to us in general.
Well, yeah. As a personal hero of mine once said, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So I say, go for it. I mean, I can ask her. I think I should ask her. Yeah.
No. Why don't you
No?
relax and let me do the talking? So afterwards, he says, "Well, we've talked a little bit, and we definitely want to be the ones to operate this. But it seems like what you have here is a problem that you need to resolve, and you're having a lot of trouble doing it. So I'm thinking 32 might be slightly lower. So my companions here would like a slight raise because we think it's worth it to you to raise it."
Is anybody throwing negotiation dice assistance?
If we're going in teamwork on it, then
It's best I don't.
Yes, please don't.
yeah, I'll contribute to a negotiations test if we're going to do that.
Sure. So everybody.
And Brass would throw in and be like, yeah, if they're shifting around place to place, it's either something that they can't keep in one spot too long, or they're trying to intentionally get people to lose it. So if you want this, then
Let's see some dice.
Okay, so I get 5 added to mine. Holy moly.
Well, you are capped by the ranks in your skill that you have. So
so limited ranks.
that he can receive, yeah. Like whoever is leading it, the max amount of assistance they can take is limited by how many ranks they have in the skill.
Ah, all right.
Wax folds his arm and puts on a very serious face.
Trying to look professional for the first time all night.
Okay, so I got a 9 with everyone's help.
Teamwork tests. Oh yeah, they raised the limit too, right?
Yeah. So you only got you have 2 ranks in negotiation. So you only get
Yeah.
So you only get 2 bonus dice, not 6.
Oh, okay.
That's
I'll
right.
try again.
No, I can just you got an awesome roll. So let's just knock off the last 4. So leaves you with
Okay.
7 hits.
Okay, still good.
Yeah, no, it's still a. So with 4 net hits, you guys will go back and forth, and the longer you see that this drawing out, the more and more frazzled you see her becoming. Until finally she's just like, in on 10 grand. 10 grand a person, that is. I'm sorry.
Wax nods his head appreciatively at a very round number.
I can do that. I agree.
She'll get like a little rocks glass that was off to the side, and she'll take a drink after you guys all say that you're in.
A drink.
Oh, dope.
As
Look at all
I'm
these
here on
drinks
my
here.
8th.
Are these all for us?
They're all for me.
All right. That's all right. That's cool, bro. That's cool.
She'll open up a tiny little clasp, the whatever is appropriate for purses when everything is digital nowadays, and she'll pull out a data chip. And
Ooh, Bamce, you're breaking up.
Yeah.
how about now?
Better.
All right. She'll pull out a little clasp first, pop it open, get a data chip out, put it on a napkin, slide it across the table to you guys. That has the information that I have in my possession, along with a number to reach me when you have the package, so that you can let me know where to pick it, when to pick it up.
All right, then. This has been a very lucrative meeting. Thank you very much. As Bear Dog takes his the chip.
She will light a third cigarette and begin to smoking that to try and calm herself down a little bit.
I blow Megaton Cotton, and then I get out and leave.
I don't know who that is. You guys are free. You can hang around. It looks like in the next couple of minutes there's going to be a small band that kicks off and plays.
Are you breaking up again, Bamce?
Ah, god damn it.
Technology.
Yeah, right? You guys are free to do as you will. You hang out. It looks like in a couple more minutes there's going to be a band starting to play some live music. So
Alright. Yeah. Brad's going to polish off whatever drinks he's got left, going through them at like basically 1 drink per minute, and
fall over.
I was just going to ask, if what your role was.
yeah, no, he's going to be done after those drinks. Be like, yeah, I got a pretty good buzz going on. I'm fine to drive home, probably.
Oh, no more waking up in his underwear on the street.
Before we're breaking up, I give everybody one of my business cards with one of the burner numbers I'm using.
So what are we like doing this tomorrow then? We're not rolling that tonight. I was fit to go, guys.
I mean, if you want to get on it as soon as possible. I'm sure absolutely nothing untoward will happen going in on a job to grab some stuff when I'm 10 drinks in.
Yeah, bro, you look shit-faced.
I feel it.
Don't worry, he'll be fine tomorrow. As Bear Dog pats him.
All right. Bright and early. I get it. That's cool.
Yeah, see, they always expect people to come sneaking in to grab their stuff in the middle of the night, but if we do it during the daylight, they won't be prepared.
If we do it during the daylight, they're just gonna see us, dude. Because it's day.
Oh, right. Well, we'll just hit him harder then.
Hey, Bear.
You just have to excuse my friend. He's not thinking as well as he normally could. So yeah, we'll just rest up and we'll have a better mind tomorrow.
Let's excuse my friend. He's an idiot.
Oh, that's cool. It's cool.
Bear, can you send me some of the details to this number?
The which number?
I gave you a number with the.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll trade comm codes, dude. And I kind of bump you with my comm link. I'm like, I'm gonna drop in a little mixtape there too. Well, I'm gonna be a big name one day. Wax Powertrain. I want you to check that out. Let me know what you think. You said your name was Hawk. That's a cool name, dude. That's a cool name. I like that. Can't wait to be working with you. And I give like a vigorous handshake and a hug to everyone before I leave for the night.
And before he leaves, I go, could I get a ride? I normally take the bus around, and there isn't one for like another hour.
Oh yeah, dude, you're gonna love this. You're gonna see how Wax Powertrain rides. Nah, call
Oh,
it Shenmue.
I will be experiencing a lot. Yes.
Tell me, bro, how many G's can you handle?
Bear Doc, what are you a human or an elf?
I'm an elf.
So am I.
Yeah, so it's just you can call me BC if you want to. Since
yeah, easy.
I'll call you Wax, I guess.
Call me Wax, bro.
All right then. So I'll just we'll exchange, get the all comm links so we can talk to each other, and then we'll call it a day here.
I drive very recklessly on the way home. I pull
Yeah,
out.
I'm freaked out of my mind.
It's very loud. It's probably extremely frightening. I'm just going like woo the whole time on the way back.
I'm talking to my totem, like, Bear, please protect me, help me get through this. Just silently, just like, please get me through this. We can
Bear
do this.
Jesus, take the
We're getting
wheel.
no fewer than 2 street races on the way back. Just sort of like revving at stoplights.
Do I need to get a composure roll just to get inside without looking like I'm totally freaked out?
I mean, it's your house that you were going back to, so you can get inside your own house and then have a nervous breakdown all you like, and nobody will be there to see it.
I'm just joking. All right. Yeah, so I'm just going to go inside and just be like, water my plants and just try to calm down. Like, okay, calm down. I'm in my nature preserve. I can do this.
Autopilot, take me home. Pass out in the driver's seat.
Head on back to the pad and pull you up with some pretty raw footage, being with some street races, with this guy screaming in the back seat, or probably in the passenger seat. It's good night. Good night.
All right. And with that, we'll take a quick break to get drinks and stuff, and we'll come back into the next morning and see where things take us.
All right.
Yes.
BRB.
All right.